And the last one that I want to say, because we'll pray a short prayer and then I'll go forward, is the stronghold of tradition. Tradition. Religion. It is killing us. You know, so when people say to me, don't be spiritual about it, I said, no, I'll be spiritual because I'm a spiritual being, but I will not be religious. Because religion is a killer. Things that we have held on to, patterns that we hold on to. Meanwhile, God is doing something else. God is saying that I am the same God yesterday, today, and forever. He's as relevant as the time when he spoke to Abraham and he said, walk thou before me and be thou perfect. And it's the same God that now said to Peter, Satan has desired to sift you as wheat, but I've prayed for you. It's the same thing, walking before me and be perfect, but he didn't use the same words. So we've got to get rid of tradition. Sisters, there's so much to do. Don't let anybody put you down. But we are the ones holding on to the traditions of men. This is how it is always done. There's a proverb. I can't say it well, but I understand what it means. Oh, this is how we always do it, so that we can get this particular result. But God is saying, I've moved on. So you need to place yourself where you can hear God for the new opportunities, setting the new horizons that God has in store for us. As Pastor Fumi was sharing last night, and a few days before then, I've been hearing, who is blind but my servant? Who is deaf but my servant? Who is not paying attention to the new things that I am doing? Because, sisters, God is doing something new. The only way you will miss out of it is if you are holding on to the traditions of men. This is how RCCG has always done. God is the owner of RCCG. And my CEO is here, so I must behave myself. You know? But I need to tell you that I know that God is about to do a shaking. Shaking everything, you know, that we have held on to, so that the new can emerge. Until the old is shaken, the new cannot emerge. And I want to say to you, you are the people that God is going to use. You are the ones that God is going to use. So bringing us on this retreat is to prepare us for what God wants to do. It is preparation. When Pastor said it's not an event, it's an encounter. This encounter must not pass you by. And as I began to think and pray and put my notes together, Pastor Manita, God bless you, she's laid the foundation for our lives, our personal lives. But we want peace. But God said to me, before you can have genuine peace, obedience must take place. Obedience to God is the foundation for the peace that you are looking for. So my challenge to you this morning is not just going to come about, peace. I know we all want, me too, I want peace. I really want that peace in every area of my life. But the focus is on the obedience that yields peace. Are you truly obedient to God? Because our focus right now is going to be on you as an individual and your relationship with God. The titles are good. By the way, you gave me a title that I don't have. The CEO is here. So, Pastor Abby, I'm just a parish pastor. Good enough. But there is an obedience that comes from a personal relationship with God. And as God was ministering to me, I'm just going to be sharing it with you. Please, if it doesn't apply to you, it's okay. Just sit down and politely just listen. Daniel 3:17-18. We know it's a very familiar story. The story of the three, we call them three Hebrew boys, but they are one of the elders in heaven. Daniel 3:17-18. When they stood before Nebuchadnezzar, They had the option to have the peace of Jonah. You know the peace of Jonah? You sleep when there is the trouble. You just agree for the sake of agreeing. And the king had said to them, I'm able to give you peace, and you are free not to get into the fire, if only you would bow. But they understood the word of life. So in verse 17, which is where I'm going, if that is the case, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us from your hand, O king. But if not, tell your neighbor, but if not. That's where I'm going today. But if not. But if not. Sisters, no peace in ministry, no peace in marriage, until you get to that point you say, God is able to heal. God is able to restore. God is able to empower. God is able to give me this job. God is able to give me this marriage. God is able to give me this. But if not, and your answer must come before you get to that situation. So it wasn't when Nebuchadnezzar called them. That wasn't when they were thinking of, okay, what should we do? What should we do? Tosan, what should we do? What should we do? That wasn't, they had made up their minds. Our God, my God, whom I serve, the one who called me into ministry, he's able to make this ministry succeed. He's able to heal me. He's able to provide the finances. He's able to do whatever. But if not, until you get to that point, there's no peace. Because your heart will be agitated. When you get to the point of, but if not. Do you know what but if not means? I trust him. I trust him. But if not, I trust him. Even if we need to go into this fire, I trust him. And the fire would only do two things. We die early, we make it to heaven, or God is able to prevent me from getting into the fire. Sisters, can I tell you something? Many times, he doesn't prevent you from getting into the fire. He enters with you into the fire. And sometimes the fire, you shake your head. I don't know how SM made, sorry, that's what I call them. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I don't know how they did it. But I'm sure they were afraid. There is no human being that will see fire and won't think twice. But they entered. So don't assume that, okay, the situation is going to just melt away. God is not a magician. He says in Isaiah chapter 44 verse 3, he says, when you pass through the fire, he didn't say if. I know I'm talking to female pastors. You've seen quite a bit. Our CEO is here. Our daddy is here. Pastor Fumi is here. Many other people are here. We need to bring ourselves to the point of being totally at peace in the midst of whatever storm. And say to yourself, my God is able to deliver. My God is able to stop this situation. But if not, whether with our children, whether with our health, whether with our finances, whether with our marriage, and I can tell you something, female pastors, the first thing Satan will attack is your home. He will throw any fiery dart until you get to the point that God is able to solve this problem for me. But if not, you know that the Geo said something years ago, not many years ago, when Pastor Dari went to heaven. And he said, God is able to raise him from the dead. But if not, we move. Do you remember? Yes. If not. Do you know what if not, we move means? God, I trust you. But whether you raise my son or not, I'm moving. And in the last 2-3 years, Daddy has done more. I don't know if you have. Yes. That was when he started this Light Up Crusade. I don't think there's any weekend. Right now, he's doing FOL in the UK. He was in Slovakia over the weekend. He's doing FOL. From FOL, he's going to Spain. And he's doing all manner of things. Sisters, Please, if you don't remember anything else from this retreat of Shalom, my God is able to do everything that I have asked him. But if not, I move. I'm on the move. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. But then, critical to these 3 Hebrew men is that they became sacrifices. Romans 12 verse 1. The if not meant we are willing. It also means we are willing to be living sacrifices. Romans 12:1. I'm sure you know it. Present yourself as a living sacrifice. So in the last 1 week, God has been speaking to me. A living sacrifice. I'll read to you the kind of sacrifice God wants, so you will know if you qualify. Excuse me. It's fairly long. Leviticus 22:18-22. It's 5 verses. The kind of sacrifice that God is asking for. Leviticus 22:18-22. Speak to Aaron and his sons, and to all the children of Israel, and say to them, whatever man of the house of Israel, or of the strangers in Israel, who offer his sacrifice for any of his vows, or for any of his free will offerings, which they offer to the Lord as a burnt offering. Verse 19. You shall offer of your own free will. You are going to offer yourself as a free will offering, without blemish, from the cattle. Verse 22. Whatever has a defect, you shall not offer, for it shall not be acceptable on your behalf. Verse 21, C, he says, it must be perfect to be accepted. There shall be no defect in it. 22, which is critical. Those that are blind, or broken, or maimed, or have an ulcer, or eczema, or scabs, you shall not offer to the Lord. Why are we laughing? Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry about that. It's Bible, not me. NLT. NLT. Or scabs. You shall not offer to the Lord. Make an offering by fire of them on the altar to the Lord. Psalm 51:17. 18-22. The Leviticus 18-22. Psalm 51 verse 17. Please just bear with me. I'm going somewhere this morning. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart. This, O God, you will not despise. And God is saying to me that before he will accept any one of us today, he wants sacrifices that are without spot. Would you be an acceptable sacrifice before God? Is there spot? Is there blemish? Is there stain? Is there wrinkle in your life? As we appear before God today, because you want peace, but there can be no peace without the sacrifice being first of all consumed. No pride of place, no position, no title. Today God is saying, I'm seeking living sacrifices like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, so that you'll be able to truly say, my God is able to do whatever I've asked him. But if not, but it's because they were without blemish. They were without stain. They were sacrifices of honor unto God. Check your life. Are you a living sacrifice? In your role, either as a parish pastor or whatever title RCCG has given you, in your personal life, are you a living sacrifice? How are you appearing before God today? It says broken spirit and a contrite heart. When God asks for a sacrifice, because that's what we are going to do this morning, so that whatever he has in store for us can flow. to be inconvenient. There's no sacrifice that is